I'm doing an interview with Dora, and she works here at UNR in the NATRC.
Mm-hmm.
And how you doing?
I'm doing good. Enjoying
And
my Friday afternoon.
all right, and your name is?
Dora UL.
All right. So how old are you?
I am 37.
Oh, and where were you born?
I was born in a tiny island of Koror, Palau.
All right. And of course, one of the main questions I'm going to ask you: were you born with a visual impairment?
I was born with retinitis pigmentosa. I had little sight and I was wearing eyeglasses my whole life, but recently I've lost all my sight. So now I am totally blind.
Totally blind.
Yes. Or visually impaired if you want to be politically correct.
Now, is there different levels to visual impairment?
Yeah, there's like legally blind, which people could, I guess, see the red light when to cross the street, whatnot, and I can't see anything, so I'm totally blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you use to navigate around?
I use my white cane, and sometimes when I have Wi-Fi, I use the FaceTime to FaceTime someone that has then the iPhone, and I just point wherever, and they will direct me where I need to go, and sometimes the map. Sometimes.
All right. Do you consider yourself fairly independent then?
Yes, I do. Except if I go to new places, then I would need help, sighted help.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for example, how they're doing some of the construction on campus.
Oh yeah, that messed me up because sometimes I depend on the landmark, and when they do some construction and they dig that area that I need, I was aware last week. There was totally misses my route, and I get lost, and I have to flag someone down and help me.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of your independence, do you consider yourself a little bit more independent than others?
I think I consider myself, yeah, a little bit more independent. Um, but like I said, if I got a new place or something changed, I would need help, but I can figure things out pretty much.
So, how did you go about learning throughout going through school?
There's a mobility instructor that Voc Rehab provided me with, that he comes here and he helps me the good route to use from my class to another class, and sometimes I ask my kids to go with me, so that way I could practice more on the route, so I could do it more independently.
But even growing up, how did you learn?
I Wow, that's a good question. Um, I think I usually figure things out. Like people would, like my mom or my dad or my sister, my siblings would help me go to the neighbor's house or school or store, and I would just do it on my own. And where I come from, it's like 10,000 people, so it's a very tiny island. So everybody knows everybody, and they would offer me a hand to help me. So
Well, did you rely on Braille as far as reading and?
as far as reading, I did rely on Braille because I taught myself Braille through the Hadley School, um, school for the Braille blind people. Um, what's the word? They corresponded through like mail, a
Mhm.
PO box, and that's what I did. That's how I taught myself Braille. But back home, they didn't have Braille on the buildings or on books. But recently, when I came here 5 years ago, that's how I picked up my Braille lesson.
So do you feel that Braille is a necessity, or can it be just used in conjunction with other ways of learning?
I think it's conjunction with other ways of learning, like computers and tablets and stuff.
Do you consider yourself disabled?
I I considered myself with different abilities. I do things differently, but I will come to the same. I would finish a task differently, but it'll still be finished. But
Mm-hmm.
I have different abilities. But you can, if you would say, can you see, colors or your kids' faces? No, I can't see them, but I know, what they sound like and how they smell. I'm just kidding, but yeah.
Well, that's a good point. Do you rely obviously a lot more on some of your other senses?
Yes, I do. My sense of touch. Oh, sorry. And my hearing and my smell. My sense of smelling things. Yes, I do. So, for instance, like if I take the yellow bus, Sierra bus, or number 7 bus, and I come to this campus, and if we walk towards Joe Crawley Student Union, and I know this is unbelievable, but sometimes when the door opened from the knowledge center, because there's that between those two, I know that that's knowledge center. I should go to the right because it smells like books and computers, and the Joe Crawley smells like Starbucks. So I will know which door to go. So and even William Rasho, it has its scent when you come in between the judicial college. I can smell the William Rasho door is open, so I know where to go. So that's how I navigate.
That's fantastic. Do you use any assistive technology?
Yes, I do. I use an iPad 5, I think. I use iPad 5 mini because I don't need a bigger iPad because I'm totally blind, so some text does nothing for me. But I used iPad, yes.
Do you feel that the assistive technology has opened up and given you more freedom than you had before?
Yes, I can text, instant message people, and I can FaceTime people, send email to my professors, and do my book report on my tablet using other apps.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
This wasn't available before then?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I'm just grateful that I was able to connect with right people, Scott and George, and the NSAD, the Nevada Center for Excellency in Disability. I don't know what I would do without these guys. They're awesome.
So you feel that the assistive technology has really given you a much broader sense of freedom then?
Freedom, hope, and actually letting me know that potential is out there. Just need to be able, to have that want to get it. So
do you think that this same type of assistive technology would be beneficial for others?
Oh yes, I think it's beneficial for people with disability and people with no disability. It's an awesome product.
Do you know anybody that's visually impaired that isn't accepting of the assistive technology? Do they rely strictly on Braille and think that's better than anything else?
Yes, I know one person who will remain nameless.
But for the most part, you feel that a lot of people are embracing
accepting, and embracing and taking it to the whole. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
That's what I mean. I'm in touch with the world. I'm getting instant message from people. So what you heard, that was my notification, letting me know that there's a text message for me.
So I'm going to zoom in on the iPad here and just go through.
So this is, I think, let me check a little quick because I forgot.
It's the menu.
Oh, it was off. So screen curtain is on, so I could do pretty much wherever I want. And a sighted person can't see what I'm doing. I mean, if I can put earphones on, but I won't do that for the sake of. But so I can hear what I'm doing, but a sighted person, if they look over my shoulder, they don't know what I'm doing because I think it's black.
It is black.
The screen. So that's yeah. Okay, now where am I?
Notes.
Oh, notes.
Double tap to
Okay.
Notes. Account. Back button. Note. Text field.
So this is my note. I could take notes on this.
Capital V.
Like
capital B. Capital H. Capital I. Space. I.
It says hi, and then no one could see that. Like if I were to take notes and like let's say a report for my assignment, I take notes on this, and I would email it to my professor, and they would get it right away.
All right, can you turn the
screen on?
Yes, please.
Or off, I mean.
Screen curtain off.
See, there you go. And even the light, I think you can change to be how bright or not as bright. So, but it doesn't matter to me, so I don't need it. But this is what it looks like.
So you use this for studying?
Studying everything.
Communications?
Yes, and recipes and grocery list and reminders, especially.
Now, is this available on other devices?
You know, I'm gonna be very bad and say I don't know because I only use iPad, but I'm sure it is. But I'm sure it is available on. I mean, on iMac, like desktop, Mac,
Right.
laptop.
I'm gonna just pan out and I'm gonna show the iMac here, which is another piece of AT that's being used with the same type of
Yeah.
technology.
Yep.
So both of these things can be accessible.
Yes.
It's just a learning curve
Yes,
on it.
it's a learning. Gotta know the hotkeys and hand gestures and swiping and all that stuff to let you do what you want.
Now, do you consider yourself at a disadvantage for being visually impaired?
I think I am. I mean, maybe I know I am. I mean, it takes longer for me to learn stuff because I only been in America for 5 years. So English is one, and then learning all this new, amazing, fun things is another. So it takes me a while to learn technology. But it's awesome once you learned it, you're in good shape. So.
All right. I think that will be it for as far as questions. Thank you so much, Dora.
Thank you, Stefano.